Hello learners, welcome to this educational channel. This channel is specially dedicated to distance learners and lifelong learners all across the country. Now let me tell you what this channel is all about. This channel aims to bring about lifelong learning to learners residing in various parts of the country, cutting across different sections of the society. The channel intends to bring about purposeful learning in the form of non-formal education, supplementary education and further education. We hope to fulfill the learning needs of the communities through this channel. We hope that you as learners would benefit a lot from this channel. We also hope that this channel through its educational programs will be able to make a significant dent in the learning and education system of students learning across different varsities. Now let me take you through the objectives of this channel. The primary objective of this channel is to offer continuing education to a wide range of people from new literates to professionals. The channel also intends to strengthen the needs of lifelong learners with special reference to the youth, the women, professionals, the unemployed and self-employed workers all across with such qualities and skills that will enhance their living standards through their own efforts and expand their capability. The channel also will serve as supplementary knowledge resources for people who are already engaged in different professions or enrolled in academic programs and will enhance their professionalism. The channel intends to provide support to the youth, especially those living in the backward pockets and differently abled people for developing skills and confidently entering the job market. India has been gaining widespread recognition in the fields of engineering, medical research, you name it, information technology services and other knowledge oriented sectors. In this new area of a globalized and interconnected world, where India is riding through the digital wave through the Digital India campaign, India also needs to build an environment where every individual has access to knowledge and skills. More than 3 crore people, especially the youth, who are pursuing higher education do not have access to high quality standards of learning and uniformity in access to knowledge and skills. So, you see this raises a very serious issue of access to quality knowledge and skills. You know, despite we having institutions and organizations across the country who are offering learning opportunities to the children, youth and adults, both within and outside the formal education system, the treasures of knowledge do not reach the masses. In the backward and remotest parts of the country, the marginalized, including the poorest of the poor, who are the women and farmers, the school dropouts, the left outs of the educational system and adolescents who are undereducated, all of them lack access to high quality knowledge for education and skill development. The opportunity of demographic dividend for India mandates availability of educated and skilled manpower. Therefore, updating the skills of the workforce belonging to the people residing in rural, tribal, hilly and urban areas should be all inclusive and sustainable. The answer to this very much lies in lifelong learning. Lifelong learning will help in improving their self-efficacy for self-employment or their confidence in entering the job market. With its wide and inexpensive reach, today we see that technology provides an immense opportunity to resolve the issues of quality access. This is what I already highlighted in the Digital India campaign. The direct to home technology is one such instrument, and this channel aims to bring about lifelong learning to the doorstep of the learner. Now, before proceeding with what this channel has to offer, let me tell you why we are laying so much emphasis on lifelong learning. Lifelong learning means to create a learning society. Now, you would surely ask me what a learning society is. A learning society is a dynamic and continuously changing society which offers opportunity for individual and collective development of all its members. Lifelong learning has to happen through a creation of a learning society through continuous access to knowledge and skill development. This will help reduce immensely the rural urban divide. Lifelong learning is an ongoing pursuit of knowledge that leads to personal development, self sustainability and employability. Hence, lifelong learning suggests educational and skill development opportunities throughout life. This is because it helps you realize over a period of time your self efficacy and it builds competitiveness. Here, learning is not confined to classrooms or childhood learning alone, but it takes place continuously throughout life in a range of situations. Wherever you are, you can access such learning opportunities. So, this is the sole purpose of lifelong learning and this is what the channel envisages. The process of lifelong learning comprises of essential learning tools such as literacy and knowledge and acquisition of skills. Therefore, imparting of life skills include problem solving, communication, coping skills, interpersonal skills, attitudes, values, self awareness, decision making capabilities, empathy, goal setting, conflict resolution, creative or innovative thinking, assertiveness, negotiation skills, personality development and so on. Life skills also includes vocational skills, especially for the youth, the farmers and the women who are employed or unemployed and to school dropouts. These could be skills in organic farming, incense stick making, poultry, non-conventional energy usage, interior designing, clothing construction, food processing and food preservation. Lifelong learning programs help people to live, to work with dignity, to participate fully in development, to improve their quality of lives and to continue learning. Now, let us look at who our lifelong learners are, who the target beneficiaries of our channel are. These are the unemployed youth who require vocational and soft skills and also for their awareness in different fields for physical, social, emotional and intellectual development. Lifelong learners also include women and men of all ages residing in rural and urban areas. Lifelong learners also are new entrants into different professions. Lifelong learners also are people who had taken up jobs after completing their degrees or diplomas, but had to come back to pick up new knowledge and skills that have been brought to their professional. Then there are people who have never reached the portals of any university. They are also the beneficiaries of this channel. They are the left outs and the dropouts of our educational system who need to update their knowledge and skills for their livelihoods. Then we have lifelong learners who live in hilly areas, tribal areas, the disaster prone areas, women who are displaced due to certain circumstances, the health workers living in different parts of the country and so on. Lifelong learners also comprise of our informal sector workers and formal sector workers. They cannot be definitely left out of the educational system opportunities. Entrepreneurs both residing in rural and urban areas also comprise as beneficiaries of this channel. We also have lifelong learners as our illiterate and progressive farmers. Now, we have people from armed forces, the para-technologists, social entrepreneurs and development practitioners. Of course, we cannot miss out on the social change makers of our country, the women residing in backward and marginalized areas of our country. We must know that women even today lack the economic freedom to take decisions within their households. Due to patriarchal apathies, there is low workforce participation and women often suffer from poor health indicators. Such women have lack of access to credit as well as linking them with markets. They have lack of awareness in financial inclusion. They also do not know how to use technology, start enterprises and so on. Of course, the lifelong learners also comprise of the adolescent mothers and mothers who do not have knowledge on child rearing practices, who want to know about children with disabilities, who want to know about children having difficulties in learning, about diseases, health and prevention of these diseases. In the era of digital India, the role of open and distance learning in bringing about educational inclusion is significant. Open and distance learning aims for professional development and community education in a seamless manner. It is a very important platform where video programs will be telecast through for the lifelong learners and distance learners. Now, what is this open and distance education all about? Open and distance learning is purely learner centric. We must know that traditionally open and distance learning has been offering very flexible and open methods of education through the combination of its program, through places and methods of learning, through the flexibility and relaxation in enrollment ages and so on. Open universities use self-learning materials, instructional print materials, audio video tapes which are broadcast on radio and educational TV channels, teleconferencing, video conferencing as well as face-to-face counseling. Besides these, computer networks are also reinforcing the usage of imparting knowledge. Programs from the National Open University and State Open University will be telecast in the fields of distance education, psychology, sociology, education technology, public administration, political science and international relations, adult education, home science, environmental sciences, nursing, human rights, geography, languages, computer sciences, automobile sector, textile and apparel sector, agriculture sector, journalism and new media studies, special education and rehabilitation, learning and intellectual disabilities, cultural studies, history, tourism studies and many new and interesting fields. Today, open and distance learning uses various modes of teaching such as online learning, teaching and learning which also includes the traditional mode of learning and of course, mobile telephony. Besides these modes of teaching to learners, open and distance learning programs through this channel will aim to reinforce knowledge and skills of learners across the country. Programs will be telecast both in languages Hindi and English. The mechanism of rolling out educational and knowledge based programs in this channel will also involve participant feedback to ensure more need based programs and fruitful outcomes in the future. The channel will be a progressive step towards bringing lifelong learning and skill enhanced programs to the learners across various vacities and different sections of the society, people residing in the remotest parts of the country. We hope our learners will benefit profusely from this channel and that there will be a conscious articulation of the needs of the learners through the programs which will be telecast through this channel. So, learners, please do not stop learning. This is just the beginning.